What's good, boys and girls? This your boy King Martin Fresh Boy back at it again with another video, and this time they're gonna react to another cop video, but it's gonna be a different type of cop video. I think it'll be a 911 operator that didn't do his job right. So, to me, no gonna react to it. You're gonna see my reaction. You're gonna see the video that I'm reacting to. So yeah. So to me, though, boys, gonna make sure you got your snacks, drinks, cover. Make sure you get right, cause you do not want to miss anything. I want you to watch the video to now to the end of the video. And also, boys, girl, I do short videos. Check them short videos out. Don't be afraid to watch them. And I turn around and post my short video on Instagram. Show your brother some love on Instagram as well. And I turn around and post my short video on TikTok. Show your brother some love on TikTok as well too. Alright, boys and girls, so to me, though, we're going to get started with this video. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, turn bell, throw a comment below, and share with friends and family. And don't be afraid, hit that subscribe button, the channel out, and hit me on Instagram and TikTok. Show your boys some love. Alright, boys and girls, so let's get to it, this video and what the video is all about. Oh, it's a woman. And she cute. 9/11 operator fired after hang-up of multiple callers. Now, why he did that, baby girl? All the people that who calling for you, you just want to hang up. Like, what happened if something bad happened? Like, she got to like, jeez. Come on now. And you ain't at the 911 operator, girl. And you got
Miss Williams, step away from the console.
Excuse me, I'm working.
The law.
Miss William. Miss William. And hello, Miss William.
Okay, say otherwise.
And
the system glitches. A mother tried calling 3 times. You hung up 3 times.
Oh.
I just didn't feel like working.
Stand up right now.
I didn't feel like working that day. That was...
Huh? Miss William, you don't feel like being working, so why you came to work then? With your fine self, with them nice, your little attitude, but your little fine self, juicy hind lip. But to me though, you don't feel like working, then why you didn't stay home? That's another thing. You should let somebody else take over on your spot. And over here had iced coffee and your phone right there. Look like you got your nails done, your hair done.
Quinshonda Latrice Williams, 23 years old.
23?
18 months on the job as a 911 dispatcher for Harris County, Texas.
Ooh, Texas.
And in that moment, sitting at her console on the 5th floor of the Emergency Communications Center on Travis Street in downtown Houston, she had just admitted to failing a family in the worst way imaginable. What investigators had uncovered in the weeks leading up to this confrontation was a pattern so callous, so indifferent to human suffering, that seasoned detectives struggled to process it. 47 emergency calls over 10 months, medical emergencies, domestic violence, car accidents on I-10 and the Katy Freeway, each one answered by Quinshonda Williams, each one disconnected within seconds.
What?
But it was the Williams calls, 3 desperate pleas from a mother trying to save her 4-month-old son, that would send this case to trial, to national news, and ultimately to a prison cell in Gatesville, Texas.
Wow.
18 months in state prison. A $1.4 million settlement paid by Harris County taxpayers. And a mother who will never stop asking why her son never had a chance because someone couldn't be bothered to do her job. Before we continue,
That's
have you
crazy.
ever called 911 and wondered if someone was actually listening? Let us know in the comments. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. Quinshonda Latrice Williams was born in March 1999 in 3rd Ward, Houston. Her mother, Patricia, worked as a dental hygienist at a clinic on Wheeler Avenue. Steady work, decent benefits, home by 6 most nights. Her father, Darnell, drove long haul for Werner Enterprises, hauling freight across Texas. He was gone 2 weeks out of every month, sometimes 3. She was the middle child. older brother Darnell Jr., younger sister Keisha. They shared a 2-bedroom apartment off Scott Street, cramped but clean. The AC window unit ran all summer and barely kept up with the Houston heat. Patricia kept the place spotless, but Third Ward was Third Ward. She was pretty.
Yeah, she
Everyone
is
said
pretty.
so. By middle
Pretty
school,
smile.
she'd learned that being pretty opened doors. Teachers were kinder. Boys paid attention. Girls wanted to be close to her. She never had to try hard at anything. Things just worked out. At Jack Yates High School, she floated through the social hierarchy without effort. Homecoming court junior year, prom court senior year, an Instagram following of 2,000 before graduation.
Man.
Impressive for 2017. She posted selfies, got likes, got comments,
Whoa.
got the attention she craved.
Man.
Her teachers were less impressed. She was bright, but easily distracted, one
Oh.
wrote.
Oh.
Another noted, strong verbal skills but inconsistent effort. A third observed she was more interested in social life than academics, and frequently on her phone during class.
Oh.
She graduated in 2017 with a 2.4 GPA
Ooh.
and no particular plan for what came next. College lasted 1 semester. Houston Community College, fall of 2017. She enrolled in general studies, thinking vaguely about business or communications. She stopped showing up by October, stopped responding to emails from her advisor by November. It wasn't for me, she told her mother. What followed was a string of retail jobs that never stuck. Forever 21 at the Galleria, 3 months. She quit because the manager had an attitude. Ulta Beauty in Memorial City, 4 months. She quit because she was tired of standing all day. A brief stint at a call center in Greenway
I should take her
Plaza,
place then.
6 weeks. She walked out mid-shift because a customer raised his voice. She was 20 years old, living at home, making $9 an hour when she bothered to work at all.
Oh.
Her mother was running out of patience. You need a real job, Patricia told her. Benefits, stability, something you can build a life on. In early 2022, Crenshonda saw a posting for the Harris County Emergency Services District. 911 dispatcher. Starting pay, $17.25 an hour. Full benefits. Pension eligibility after 5 years. She applied online, mostly to get her mother off her back. 112 people applied for 8 positions. She passed the written exam, passed the background check, passed the drug screening, passed the psychological evaluation. The evaluators noted she was poised under simulated pressure with strong communication skills and a professional demeanor. One wrote she demonstrated appropriate empathy during role-play scenarios. Another observed she appeared motivated and engaged throughout the assessment process. They offered her the job in February 2022. She started in March. 6 weeks of training at the Harris County Emergency Communications Center on Travis Street in downtown Houston. She learned call protocols, CAD systems, multi-line management, radio codes, crisis de-escalation techniques. She learned how to keep a caller calm while dispatching an ambulance, how to guide a panicked parent through emergency procedures over the phone, how to talk someone through a medical crisis, how to stay on the line with someone in distress until officers arrived, how to be the voice between chaos and rescue. She learned that when someone dials 911, they are almost always experiencing the worst moment of their life, and she would be the first person they reached. On April 15th, 2022, she was assigned to the 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. shift. Station 7, console facing the east wall, headset, dual monitors, a laminated quick reference card, a direct line to every ambulance, fire truck, and patrol car in Harris County. She was 22 years old. She was responsible for lives. For the first few months, she did her job. The Harris County Emergency Communications Center serves 4.7 million residents, the largest county in Texas and the third largest in the United States. On any given shift, 187 dispatchers work rotating schedules across 48 consoles in a facility the size of a football field. They handle an average of 8,200 calls per day.
Oh my goodness.
Medical emergencies, domestic disputes, house fires, cardiac events, car accidents on I-10 and the 610 loop and the Katy Freeway and Highway 290. Missing children, suspicious persons, Welfare checks on elderly relatives who haven't answered the phone in days.
She got that Chinese eyes.
When someone in Houston dials 911, they reach this room. The people who work here are not paramedics. They are not police officers. They carry no badge, no gun, no medical kit. They sit at a desk with a headset and a screen. And yet, they are the first point of contact between a citizen in crisis and the help that might save their life. They guide panicked parents through emergency procedures. They keep distressed callers talking until officers arrive. They dispatch ambulances to medical calls and pray they get there in time. It is a job that requires focus, empathy, and calm under pressure. The system was built on one foundational assumption, that the person answering the call would actually listen, that they would stay on the line, that they would do their job. The system did not account for apathy. The first documented hang-up came on October 14th, 2022, 6 months into her employment. 7:47 p.m., Crenshonda Williams at Station 7. A man calling to report a fender bender on West Park Drive. 2 cars, no injuries. He just needed to file a report. I need to report an click. Call duration, 4 seconds. No callback. No documentation. No dispatch. The caller eventually drove to a police substation to file the report himself. Crenshonda Williams went back to scrolling Instagram, her phone propped against the monitor. It was such a small thing. A fender bender. No one was hurt. No one would ever know. Within weeks, the hang-ups became a pattern. A system. Calls she deemed not worth her time. Fender benders. Those were easy to dismiss. Noise complaints.
Wow, why she
real
do that?
emergencies.
That's crazy though.
Callers who sounded intoxicated. They'd call back when they sobered up. Women who sounded hysterical. Someone else could deal with them. She developed a method. Answer the call. Listen for 2 seconds, maybe 3. Decide. Hang up. If the caller dialed again, someone else would pick up. Not her problem. Her colleagues noticed she had the shortest average call times on the floor.
Wow.
Station 7 was clearing calls faster than anyone. No one questioned it. Short calls meant efficiency. Efficiency was good for the metrics. Her supervisors noted in quarterly reviews that she met minimum call quotas, but was not particularly... She seems distracted at times, but maintains acceptable performance metrics. Another observed she could benefit from additional mentorship on caller empathy.
That's
no
crazy.
formal complaints were filed. No disciplinary action taken. The red flags were there. Nobody looked. Between October 2022 and August 2023, 10 months, Crenshonda Williams hung up on 47 emergency calls.
What?
12 were classified as medical emergencies, cardiac events, diabetic episodes, a woman experiencing a medical crisis in a grocery store parking lot. 8 were domestic violence calls, women calling to report that they were in danger.
Wow.
1 was hiding in a bathroom closet, whispering into her phone. 14 were traffic accidents. Cars flipped on the highway. Pedestrians struck in crosswalks. At least 2 involved serious injuries. 7 were wellness checks. Family members worried about elderly relatives. Neighbors who hadn't seen the woman next door in days. 6 were classified as other. A gas leak. A suspicious person outside a daycare. A child who had wandered away from home. Each one a person in crisis. Each one trusting that when they called for help, someone would answer. Someone would listen. Someone would send help. Each one heard a click, then silence. August.
That is crazy though. Like, what made her do that? Like, girl, you at work. You supposed to save people's lives. You supposed. She cute, you know what I'm saying? Like, she fine and cute though, but she got a little ways. Like, that's crazy though. That's crazy. Wow.
12th, 2023. A Sunday. Houston summer. 94 degrees and humid. Denise Williams was 28 years old. She lived alone with her 4-month-old son, Jalen, in a 1-bedroom apartment on Westheimer Road near Montrose. She worked as a pharmacy technician at a CVS on Kirby Drive, $16.50 an hour, just enough to cover rent and everything a new baby needs. Jalen's father was not in the picture, had never been in the picture. It was just the two of them. That evening, around 6 o'clock,
Wow.
she put Jalen down for a nap in his crib. He'd been fussy all day, not eating well, a little warm to the touch. She thought he was finally settling. She went to the kitchen to heat up some leftovers. At 6:14 p.m., she checked on him. Something was wrong. He wasn't responding. He needed help immediately. She grabbed her phone, hands shaking, dialed 911. 911, what's your emergency? My baby, he's not okay. Please, click. Call duration, 3 seconds. Crenshonda Williams at Station 7. Logged in the system as accidental disconnect. Denise stared at her phone, tried to process what had
She
just
worried about that
happened.
phone.
She dialed again, 14 seconds later. Ma'am, 911, please, my son, he's 4 months old. Something's wrong. I need an ambulance. Please, click. 5 seconds. Same station, same dispatcher.
Really?
Logged as caller disconnected. She dialed a third time, screaming now. One hand on Jalen's tiny chest, trying to remember what to do from a video she'd seen once. She didn't know if she was doing it right. She didn't know if it mattered. Please, someone help me. Click. 2
Wow.
seconds. Crenshonda Williams had hung up on a mother, desperately trying to save her baby. 3 times in 75 seconds. Then she went back to her phone. Denise's neighbor, Marcus Holloway, heard screaming through the thin apartment walls. He pounded on her door, found her holding Jalen, sobbing so hard she couldn't speak. He didn't ask questions. He grabbed his keys. They drove to Memorial Hermann Medical Center, the Texas Medical Center campus, 8 minutes away in Sunday evening traffic. Marcus ran red lights. Denise
Hey, that's
held
my
Jalen
name,
in the
Marcus.
backseat,
Yeah, I
pleading
ran
with
red
him to
light,
hold
guys.
on.
Say that,
Too
baby,
much time
live.
had passed. Over 20 minutes without proper emergency response. At 6:58 p.m., the doctors delivered the news no parent should ever have to hear. Jalen Marcus Williams was gone, 4 months old.
Wow.
The medical examiner's report noted that outcome may have differed with immediate emergency intervention. If an ambulance had been dispatched
I
on
feel
that
bad
first
for that
call,
baby.
the one Crenshonda Williams ended after 3 seconds.
The baby died
Paramedics could have been
because
on
of her
scene in
hanging the
4
phone
to
up
6
on the
minutes.
mother.
Proper
That's
medical
crazy.
care could have been administered. The outcome might have been different. Instead, Denise Williams rode to the hospital in the back seat of a stranger's car, praying for a miracle that never came. She would later testify that she kept hoping Jalen would be okay, that she couldn't accept what had happened, that she held him for 2 hours in the emergency room before finally letting go. September 2023, a routine quarterly audit. Quality assurance supervisor Terrence Mobley was reviewing call metrics when he noticed an anomaly. Station 7, an unusual concentration of calls lasting under 5 seconds, far more than any other station. He drilled down. One dispatcher accounted for 71% of all sub-5 second calls over the previous 12 months. Crenshonda Williams, 47 calls. Average duration, 3.2 seconds. That wasn't efficiency. That was impossible. You couldn't verify a caller's location in 3.2 seconds. You couldn't assess an emergency. You couldn't do anything. Mobley pulled the audio files. Every 911 call in Harris County is recorded. Every single one. What he heard made him physically ill. Caller after caller. Mid-sentence. Mid-scream. Mid-plea. Then silence. My husband is hurting me. Please send someone to... Click. There's been an accident on the freeway. I think someone's injured.
Click.
I can't feel my left arm. I think I'm having a...
Click.
And then the Williams calls. A mother's voice, rising from confusion to panic to desperate screaming. 3 calls. 3 clicks. A family's nightmare on the other end of the line. Mobley forwarded the files to his supervisor that afternoon. Internal Affairs was notified within the hour. The Texas Rangers were brought in the following day. Crenshonda Williams was placed on administrative leave on September 19th, 2023. 2 days later, she was brought to the Internal Affairs Office for questioning. Investigator Raymond Gaines and Texas Ranger Pauline Vickers were waiting. They played her the audio, the Williams calls, a mother begging for help. Her own voice, bored and flat, before each disconnect. The system glitches all the time, she said. Calls drop. It's not my fault.
Mm.
They played it again. Her voice. 911, what's your emergency? Then the click. Long pause. I didn't feel like working that day. They asked about the other 46 calls. She shrugged. Sometimes I just didn't feel like talking. September
Really?
18th, 2023. 2:22
You don't feel like
p.m.
talking.
The day before the formal interview. Crenshaw.
I'll slap you. Tell me you feel like working. Ooh. I'll make my auntie slap the crap out of you. I'll make my nana slap it with her cane. Shoo, the freak. Girl, you deserve to get slapped with your fine self. With them attitude yours. I don't know what's wrong with you, sweetheart. I don't know what bad side of the bed you woke up. Like you don't feel like working or feel like talking. But
Rhonda Williams at Station 7. First hour of her shift. Iced Starbucks on the desk. Phone face down beside the keyboard. Headset draped around her neck, not on her ears.
wow.
Internal Affairs investigator Raymond Gaines walked across the floor toward her station. Texas Ranger Pauline Vickers beside him. Both in plain clothes, both with badges visible. Every dispatcher on the floor watched. Crenshonda Williams, Gaines's voice was flat. Step away from the console. She looked up, rolled her eyes. Excuse me, I'm working.
You ain't working.
47 hang-ups. Your login, your headset, your voice on every recording. Arms crossed, neck rolled. And the system glitches. Calls drop all the time. Vickers stepped forward. A family lost their baby. Mother called 3 times. You hung up 3 times.
Yep.
Crenshonda's jaw tightened. She looked away. I didn't feel like working that day.
Wow.
Stand up, now. She was escorted from the communications center in handcuffs. 31 colleagues watched in silence. Badge confiscated. Access card deactivated. Console locked.
Oh my God.
7 p.m. She was booked at Harris County Jail on Baker Street.
Ooh.
Charges. 2 counts of interference with emergency telephone calls. Normally a misdemeanor. Elevated to a state jail felony due to the resulting tragedy. 1 count reckless conduct.
Come
1
on.
count
Why he do that? Like, I was trying to pause it, like, look at her face, like, she like,
dereliction of duty. Bond was set at $100,000.
ooh.
Her mother posted 10% through a bondsman the next morning. The state of Texas formally indicted Crenshonda Latrice Williams in October 2023. The trial began February 12, 2024, at the Harris County Criminal Courthouse on Franklin Street. Judge Catherine Okonkwo presiding. 23 years on the bench, known for being fair but unsparing. Assistant District Attorney Michael Treadwell for the prosecution. 15-year veteran of the office. He had a 4-year-old daughter at home. Public Defender Simone Ashford for the defense. She argued systemic failures, inadequate training, a broken system that allowed one dispatcher to hang up 47 times without triggering a single flag. The prosecution did not need arguments. They played the audio. The jury heard the Williams calls on the first day of testimony.
Wow.
Courtroom silent. 12 jurors in the box. Denise Williams in the gallery, clutching a photograph of
she
Jay.
probably going through things or
911,
something.
what's your emergency?
Or woke up
My
the bad
baby
side of the
is
bed.
not okay.
Looking like
Please.
that.
Click. Several jurors closed their eyes. One wiped her face. They heard the second call. The third, a mother screaming into a void. One juror requested a
That's
recess.
sad.
The
Mother
judge
lost her
granted it.
for
Denise Williams took the stand on February 14th, Valentine's Day. She held a photograph of Jalen in her lap, the only photo she had of him smiling. I called
Wow.
3 times, she said. 3 times, and she hung up while my baby needed help. Tears now. I did everything right. I called 911. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what they tell you. She paused. I will never know if he could have been saved. If I had just driven to the hospital myself from the start. I will never stop asking why. The defense had no cross-examination. There was nothing to ask. The jury deliberated for 47 minutes. 1 minute for each hang-up. guilty on all counts. Sentencing
Ooh.
was handed down on March 8th, 2024. Judge Catherine Okonkwo addressed the defendant directly. Ms. Williams, you were entrusted with the most sacred responsibility a civilian can hold in our society, to be the voice between crisis and rescue.
Yep.
When a citizen dials 911, they are placing their life in the hands of a stranger. They are trusting that someone will answer, that someone will listen, that someone will
I bet you
send
gonna get a
help.
lot of years.
She paused. You betrayed that trust 47 times.
Hmm.
You treated that responsibility as an inconvenience. You treated human suffering as an interruption to your day. A 4-month-old baby is gone because you, in your own words, didn't feel like working. She looked at the defendant. The callousness of that statement will stay with this court forever. Sentence: 18 months in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. To be
18
served
months.
at the Lane Murray Unit in Gatesville. 10 years supervised probation upon release. Lifetime ban from employment in emergency services anywhere in the United States. $52,000 restitution to the Williams family. Crenshonda Williams showed no visible reaction. She was handcuffed and led from the courtroom without looking back. She reported to Lane Murray Unit on March 22nd, 2024. Inmate number 02174893. A women's facility 180 miles northwest of Houston. Eligible for parole after 6 months. Expected release September 2025. The Williams family filed a lawsuit against Harris County in November 2023. The county settled in April 2024 for $1.4 million.
Ooh.
Taxpayer money, no admission of liability. As part of the settlement, Harris County agreed to implement new monitoring protocols. Supervisors now receive real-time alerts for any call disconnected under 10 seconds. Call duration patterns are reviewed weekly instead of quarterly. Dispatchers must document a reason for every disconnection. Denise Williams has not returned to work. She moved out of the apartment on Westheimer Road. She couldn't stay where everything happened. She attends counseling twice a week. She has declined all media interviews except one. She said only this: I did everything right. I called for help. I trusted the system. And my son is gone because someone didn't feel like doing her job. Crenshonda Williams will be released from prison before Jalen Williams would have celebrated his 2nd birthday.
Wow.
She will serve less than 2 years for what her actions cost a family. Stories like this don't get the attention they deserve. If you want to see more accountability,
That's crazy and sad. And talking about she don't feel like working. Girl, you was on your phone. That's what you worry about. Be on your phone. I know the comments. Oh. What the comments said? Ain't going sever emergency call at 911 operator is total unforgivable. I just didn't feel like working. That's per evil in a jaw like this. Yep. She killed that boy. Took his entire life. She should never seen the light of a day again. She should have served 25 years. The freak? I don't know. I know she fine and cute though, but she deserves to get slapped. 47 calls ignored. 47 chances. 8 months. Adorable, disgusting. No, I don't know. Let me say that word. Let me say that word again. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Absolutely disturbing. Yeah. What I want to know is why in the hell it took them 10 months to find out she wasn't doing her job at all. I think her family that she hang up on should sue the hell out of her. Exactly. That's a shame. They took them 10 months to find out. She should have been charged with murder. Yep. Whoever her boss is Hold on. Why ain't I saying anything? What's going on? I'm trying to figure out what this word say. Okay, to be fired for letting this get this far. Not only better training needed, but better vest, vet, vesting needed. Vesting, I don't know. Doesn't hire. Hold on. My thing acting up. I don't know. To operate the 911 line. I never want to jump through a screen so bad. To not jump to the screen. 8 months in jail is not enough. She's what is this word? Caught to be in there or some people just like they ain't spell the whole thing right. So this is like fault caught. She caught to be in there for 10 years at least. Or she she probably causing several death and accident. That is sickening. It is sickening. She should have received more time. She killed that baby. That girl is a I say this word. I don't know. Folks, some word. I know. I know it's like crazy. Like she got such a light sentence for doing such horrible things. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. She needs to be charged with murder. That's messed up. Like that is really messed up though. That lady lost her child. The man who driving passing red light trying to get through the hospital. My name Marcus. But that's a lawsuit right there. Took them 10 months to find out. I don't know what to say about this video. Like this is crazy though. This is ridiculous. And I try to sign the word out, and I think my thing ain't trying to say anything. I think my mouth's like, you know what? You don't need to hear what it got to say. I think she broke my mouse. Shoot. But to me, boys, girl, if you made it to the end of the video, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, turn button on, comment below, and share your family. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Go help the channel out and hit me on Instagram, TikTok. Show you boys some love. And I will see y'all next time. Deuces.